cost of repairing two Victorian lighthouses on the Essex coast is thought to cost millions of pounds to stop them from crumbling into the sea.
Yeah, the structures at Dovercourt, also known as the leading lights, they're 160 years old and they're slowly being eaten away by salt water. Our reporter Stuart Woodward went to see them.
Dating back to the 1860s, these two lighthouses drew in huge crowds during Victorian times and beyond, and it's not hard to see why.
The lighthouses look stunning from ground level, don't they? But it's once you get up here that you start to get a real appreciation for the role that they used to play.
Sailors used the two lighthouses as navigational aids to line themselves up with the shore, hence the name Leading Lights. Decommissioned in 1917, they're believed to be the only remaining pair of their kind in England. But without help, there's a risk that they could disappear, particularly the lighthouse closest to the shore, which experiences greater forces of erosion.
It's amazing how far the Victorians went for a very utilitarian industrial structure to make them nice. I mean, the teak boarding that we have in here, on the roofs outside we've got little lions' heads which have been cast in. And so there's a careful balance between, how far you go, respecting the significance and importance of the structures that you're working on.
A survey, mostly funded by Historic England, is taking place into the integrity of the two structures and the seaweed-covered causeway which links the two. But the biggest concern is corrosion and holes appearing in the iron legs of the lighthouses, which are deep-rooted into the beach, which would have been some 3 metres lower in Victorian times.
They're almost a bit like the Angel of the North. They give you a sense of place. You know you've arrived in Dovercourt. As they're scheduled monuments and because of their rarity, we are very concerned. Because they have structural problems, they're at the greatest degree of risk.
So how much could all of this cost?
My gut feeling at the moment that it was likely to be into the low millions.
It's not clear where this money would come from if it's needed. The council here, though, believe it would be worth it.
We're really realistic. Anything to do with heritage assets is very expensive. We have to get it right. We're committed to making sure those structures do remain for future generations.
So many local people stop and tell us of their love for them and, really very concerned about the future of them. It's really important that we do conserve and save the structures.
The results of the survey are expected in the next couple of months. Only then will experts be able to fully determine just how much work is needed to save these iconic structures.
Yeah, they really are cool. I mean, they don't build them like that anymore, do they?
They don't. They don't. It's really interesting. Really interesting.